Okay, here's the inside of the stackable banana, 4mm banana connector. And here's the back piece that shoves it all back to, that shoves it together. And if you look really close, there's a space in there for the wire to wrap around. There's room for the wire to wrap around a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in my little clampy here. Just want to make sure that's kind of tight. Yeah, that's mostly tight. Okay. And then take some, I like this rosin paste, and usually just put it on with a screwdriver. Just a little tiny bit, don't take much. But this seems to help with this, these test lead connectors, and almost all the connectors, you know, the terminal strips, those old school terminal strips when you got new ones. Put this on there, I guarantee they're going to solder. I'm not going to have too much issue. And it seems to take less heat, too. Seems to minimize the amount of heat. So I just take a paper towel and I wipe off my little screwdriver so I don't get this crap everywhere. And we'll take the wire. I've already kind of pre-bent it around there. I gotta make this so it pulls down. Yeah, that'll work. And then I can take something that has a little bit of weight, not too much, just a little bit, to pull on it, just to keep the tension on it right. This seems to be the hard part to me, is getting this right. You want to leave a little bit here so you can bend it, because it's going to come out at a 90-degree angle. Why can't I do this now? I just did the other one. It could be how the wire's laying too. The silicone wire, this test lead wire, is pretty sticky. I mean, it just wants to grab everywhere. Doesn't seem to slide very much. Not even close. That is so much worse than what I started with. Come on. I did not want to strip this one. There we go. I didn't want to strip that one back nearly as far. And then I take the soldering iron after I clean it off. I always clean that soldering tip before I go. I'll put just a little bit on here first for some heat transfer. I gotta change it over to the magnifiers. Come on. It's got to get good and hot first. There. I don't know how much I got in the way for you guys to see, but I got that soldered on there pretty well. Let that cool down for a few seconds here. And you're going to bend it at a 90-degree angle like that. Now we're going to widen out a little bit for you so you can see what's going to happen next. Spring goes on first. Change back to my other glasses, get those magnifiers off. And then this retractable sleeve, I wanted these just sticking out by themselves, but you know what, I'll live with it the way it is. And the plastic sleeve goes on next. And then the whole thing slides up inside the housing here. So now it's in there. Now this piece is going to slide onto the wire just like that. And then you got this little teat here and a little teat over here. And you're going to jam this whole thing together. You're going to force it. And these little teeth are going to bite on that wire. Okay, now that's not in there all the way. See how that's sticking proud a little bit right there? Where's my screwdriver? Just take the screwdriver. Nice and tight. Retractable works. Wire's tight. And we push on it. So it's made. And here's the first one I made. There's the first one I made. So now I've got two of them. This one doesn't slide forward as easy, but it does move. I don't know why. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Pretty happy with the results so far. And then on the other end, I'll put one of these sheathed ones on there. So this one, you got to slide this up on the wire first. And then there's a spot for the wire inside of it. Stick it in, solder it. These work really well. That's on there first. Strip the wire back the right length. I feel like a one-legged man at a butt-kicking contest. There. I always twist my wires up. I don't know. I've always done that since I was a little kid. See what that looks like in there. So you got a little bit long. So I could just trim the end of this with my nice flush cuts. There. You can make it so the silicone wire goes up in there, but when you solder it, it kind of melts that silicone a little bit. It is going in there a bit. I might trim it a little more. There. I'll bend this down just a bit. So it lays in the bottom of that trough. Doesn't have to hold it too awful tight, just tight enough. And again, pull the wire out. A little bit of the rosin in there. Said it don't take a whole lot. I just want to make sure I get it down in there perfectly. Okay. That'll hold it pretty good. That rosin gets everywhere if you let it. Where's my wire? And then we can just grab the soldering iron, clean it off. Always like to keep that tip clean. The solder works so much better when that tip is clean. It's nice and shiny like that. It works just like brand new, like the first time. Just get a little bit on here to start with. And get that heat spread. Nice and soldered. That's on there. It's just a bit warm yet. I'm going to clean the rosin off of this one. Got some cleaner here. Works pretty good. There, that's going to slide in there so much easier now. Installed. One test lead done. So obviously you can't plug these in, right? In order to use this, you got to have a bare one, which I do have. I guess you could stack another one of these on it. Stackable. Alright, so I got one done. You don't need to watch any more of this. You got the idea on how to do it, which you probably knew how to do it anyway. So